Everyone online is selling you AI agents. Build this one, set up that one. This single agent will automate your entire business. And honestly, some of those claims aren't totally wrong. AI agents are genuinely powerful. But here's what nobody is showing you in those videos. Most of those agents break, not in some dramatic, obvious way. They quietly stop working 2 or 3 weeks in. The API updates, the workflow logic drifts. The bot starts sending weird off-topic replies to real clients. And suddenly you're back doing things manually. Except now you also have to explain to confused customers why they got a strange automated message. That's not automation. That's just adding a different kind of work. And the worst part, most small business owners who tried one agent and had it fail, they gave up on the whole category. They decided AI agents weren't ready yet. And I understand why. But the problem wasn't agents. The problem was building the wrong ones in the wrong order on unstable foundations. That's exactly what this video is about fixing. I spent 3 months running 11 different AI agents through a real small business workflow. And I need to be clear about what I mean by that, not demos, not sandbox environments, not this theoretically could work. Actual production use. Real emails going to real clients. Real leads being replied to. Real invoices being generated and chased. Real money moving through the system. 11 agents went in. 5 survived and stayed in the workflow. 6 got cut either because they broke under real conditions, took longer to maintain than they saved, or just weren't delivering meaningful time back. Today, I'm ranking the 5 that actually held up. And I'm explaining exactly why the other 6 didn't make it. No hype, just the honest test results. Before we get into the rankings, let's get clear on what an AI agent actually is, because a lot of people confuse it with a chatbot and they're not the same thing. A chatbot waits for someone to talk to it, then it answers. That's it. An agent is different. An agent reads something, makes a decision, and then takes an action without waiting for you to be involved. It can reply to an incoming email and schedule a follow-up. It can read a form submission and create a contact in your CRM. It can check your completed jobs and generate an invoice automatically. Agents act. And when they work the way they're supposed to, they genuinely feel like having another person on your team, one that doesn't sleep, doesn't forget things, and doesn't need to be reminded twice. Coming in at number 5, the customer FAQ agent. This one lives in your chat widget, your email inbox, or both. You feed it your most common questions: pricing, turnaround times, your refund policy, what's included in each package. Then when someone asks one of those questions, the agent handles the first reply immediately. We're talking under 10 seconds. No waiting for you to check your phone, no losing a potential client because you were in a meeting. This agent saved around 2 hours a week across support messages, which doesn't sound enormous, but 2 hours of interruption-free work adds up fast. The reason it's at number 5 and not higher is that it earns you time, but it doesn't directly earn you money. It keeps existing clients happy, but the highest impact agents are the ones that close new business. This one is still worth building, especially if you get a lot of the same questions repeatedly. It's also the most stable agent in this list. I've had it running for 3 months without a single break. Number 4, the content scheduling agent. If you're posting to social media for your business, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever your platform is, you know how much time it takes just to sit down and write the posts. And most small business owners either do it in a rushed batch once a week or they skip it entirely when things get busy. This agent fixed that. You drop in raw notes, bullet points, rough ideas, things you want to say, and it formats them into social posts and queues them on a scheduled calendar. A week of content done in about 15 minutes of your input. I was saving around 3 hours a week on content alone with this one. The setup took some refinement. Getting it to write in my voice took a few weeks of edits and feedback, but once it was dialed in, it stayed dialed in. The tone didn't drift. The posts didn't feel robotic, it was just consistent. Number 3, the admin and invoicing agent. This one might be the biggest surprise on this list. When I set it up, I expected it to save me maybe an hour a week. It ended up saving 2.5 hours, and more importantly, it saved me money. Here's how it works. When a job is completed, the agent reads my completion notes, pulls the relevant job details, and drafts a complete invoice, line items, totals, due date, client name, everything. Then it sends it automatically. And 2 days after the invoice goes out, if there's no payment recorded, it sends a polite follow-up, not aggressive, just professional. The number of invoices I was unconsciously letting slide by a week because I hadn't had time to follow up was embarrassing when I actually looked at the data. This agent fixed that. It doesn't just save time, it closes gaps in your cash flow that you probably don't even know are there. Number 2, the lead reply machine. This is the one with the most direct connection to revenue. When someone fills out your contact form or misses a call from you, this agent fires back within 9 seconds, not with a generic "thanks for reaching out," with a personalized reply based on what they actually asked or what service they were inquiring about. It answers their question, establishes credibility, and offers them a direct link to book a time. Here's the number that changed how I think about lead handling. Businesses that respond to a new inquiry within 5 minutes close 4 times more leads than businesses that respond within an hour. 4 times. Most small businesses are replying hours later, sometimes the next morning. This agent makes you look like you're always available, even when you're in a job, in a meeting, or asleep. At 2 hours saved per week and a measurable lift in lead conversion, this one is a genuine no-brainer to build. Number 1, and this one wasn't even close, the inbox triage agent. I want to tell you exactly what this changed because the numbers alone don't capture it. Before this agent, my email inbox was a source of background anxiety every single day. I'd open it and feel immediately behind. I'd spend 20 to 30 minutes triaging before I even started doing anything useful. sorting, flagging, deciding what's urgent and what can wait. And then I'd realize I'd already spent half my morning on email before doing a single thing that actually moved the business forward. After this agent, I open my inbox and everything is already sorted. Emails that need a reply have a draft waiting. Emails that need action have a priority label. Spam is already gone. Leads are flagged. Client issues are pulled to the top. I skim, approve, edit where needed, and I'm out in under 10 minutes. 3 hours a week saved in pure email management. But the part that doesn't show up in a time-saving number is the clarity it gives you. You stop worrying about what you're missing in there. You stop doing the cognitive work of, is this urgent? Do I need to reply today? Did I forget something? The agent does that work for you. If you build nothing else on this list, build this one. Let's add up the numbers. 2 hours from the FAQ agent, 3 hours from content scheduling, 2.5 from admin and invoicing, 2 from lead replies, 3 from the inbox. That's 12.5 hours a week. Consistently, not a good week, not a bad week, averaged across 3 months of real production use. 12.5 hours is more than a full working day. And every single one of these automations is running inside a part of the business that either costs money when it's done badly or makes money when it's done well. Now let's talk about what didn't make the cut, because this part matters. 6 agents got removed from the workflow. Social media comment responders, great in theory, but they replied to things they shouldn't have and got 1 account flagged for automated engagement behavior. AI meeting summarizers, genuinely useful when they worked, but they broke every single time a video format or transcription service got an update. AI-generated customer personas for market research, useful for planning but not reliable enough to run unsupervised at small business scale yet. The common thread across all 6 failures was identical. They were too dependent on things outside my control. Platform changes, API updates. Format shifts, the 5 winners all operate on stable inputs: plain email, text, form submissions, my own job notes. Control your inputs and your agents stay stable. That's the design principle the outlier videos never tell you. All 5 of these surviving agents are buildable in Make. Com without writing a single line of code. Make is the tool that connects your AI model, whatever you're using, to your email, your CRM, your invoicing platform, your social scheduler. It's visual, it's flexible, and it runs reliably at the scale that small businesses actually operate at. There's a link in the description to get started. If you're setting up the inbox agent first, which I'd recommend, the setup time is about 40 to 60 minutes following the step-by-step guide, and once it's running, it stays running. One honest thing before I let you go: these agents take setup time. The top 3 on this list each took me a full weekend to configure properly, to test, to tweak, to make sure the output was actually good enough to go to clients without me reviewing it first. They are not one-click solutions, that's the truth. But once they're running, they keep running, and the hours compound, because it's not just time on the clock. It's the mental overhead you're no longer carrying. The background noise of 100 small things to track. That disappears too. And that's worth more than the hours. The full breakdown, the exact tools I use, the workflow maps, the setup order I'd recommend is all in the description below. And if you're just getting started with AI agents, subscribe, because this is what I do every week. Real tests, honest results. No fluff, no affiliate hype, no this changes everything. Just what actually worked, what didn't, and why. For small business owners who are actually trying to build something that lasts, this is Hoursmith. I'll see you in the next one.